Hello, good morning, student. I hope that your study is going on well. So now I am introducing a new problem, which is a came in JEE advanced problem. And let us start. Let understand the problem. So actually, problem is says that this is let theta one, theta two, theta three, dot 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 theta n be the interior angle of an n-sided convex polygon. Okay, so at first we have to understand what is the n-sided convex polygon. So that means just when we consider n equals to 3, so that means polygon n equals to 3, that means this is n-sided, this is a triangle. Okay, so sum of all interior angles is this is ABC, that means this is 180 degree. Okay, if you consider this is quadrilateral. Okay, what is the this is 360 degree, then we can write. Okay, so this is 2 into 180 degree. When its sides is n equals to 4, so that means this is n equals, when side is n equals to 4, then we multiply here the sum of that angles of a triangle is 180, then multiply here 2. That means here obviously n equals to 2, we multiply, that means when n equals to 3, then we multiply 1 into 180 degree, and there is when n is sides of the quadrilateral is 4, that's why we multiply here 2 into 180 degree. Okay, that means this is another polygon if we consider. Okay, pentagon. Okay, so this is pentagon. So pentagon was interior sum of all interior angles is 554, that means 3 into 180 degree. So actually we can convert a generalizations of that sum of all interior angles of the n-sided polygon. We can write this n minus 2 into pi by 2. So that's how we can write the sum of all interior angles of n-sided polygon is n minus 2 into pi. This is the most important formula. Also can we write, we can formulate or generalized that formula by an example. Okay, or by mathematical induction. Okay, so so what is this? Well, in question says that theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, dot dot theta n be the interior angles of n-sided convex polygon. That means what is the sum of? That means theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 dot dot theta n. So what is this? So actually n-sided polygon. That means this is, we can write. Okay, so this is so we can write. Okay, so this is dot. So just is an example of an n-sided polygon. So what is this? So this is theta 1, so this is theta 1, this is theta 2, this is theta 3, and dot dot this is theta n. So we can write here theta 1, theta 2, dot dot theta 3, theta n. So what is the sum of all interior angles is n minus 2 into pi. Okay, so this is the all the sum of interior angles of a n-sided polygon, and this is convex polygon. Convex polygon, that means this is a if we consider any two points in that interior point, then we line there, then we get a line segment, and all the line segments are contained in that region of the n-sided polygon. So that's why this is an convex polygon. Okay, so so that means, okay, so and so this is the theta 1, theta 2, the theta n is equals to n minus 2. This is the first observation. Okay, then next, so define E is equals to cos of theta 1, theta 2 plus dot dot theta k by cos of theta k plus 1 plus k plus 2 e dot dot plus theta n. Okay, so this is a functions of cos functions of theta. Okay, and this is where cos of theta k plus 1 theta k is not equals to 0. That means denominator is obviously not equals to 0, otherwise it is undefined. So that's why denominator is not equals to 0. So question is says that when which of the following, then which of the following are incorrect. Okay, so let's start. Try to understand all the options one by one. Okay, so first option says that E is independent both of k and n, and E is independent of k, but it is dependent on n. Okay, E is independent of n, but it is dependent on k. Okay, that means by the four options we can observe or we can understand. That means what is the main criteria of E which is dependent of n or k. So how to construct or how to think that type of problem. So let's start. This is the process or thinking process. So first we have right here. So what is this? Actually my board is not big, that's why I can write all the, so just a minute. Okay, so write this is E, the functions of cos theta 1 plus theta 2 dot theta k by cos of theta 1 k plus 1 k plus 2 is dot theta a. Okay, so just wait a minute. That means, have you noticed this theta 1 plus theta 2 plus dot theta k? Okay, that means when theta in the suffix 1 is starting to k. Okay, and next is k plus 1 k plus 2 dot k. That means all the interior sum of all the angles of n-sided polygons we write in the two parts. One part is theta 1 to theta k, and another part is theta k plus 1 to theta n. That means, can we write this formula? Okay, so this is theta 1 plus theta 2 dot up to theta k. This is another part. Another part is theta k plus 1 theta k plus 2 dot theta n. Okay, so when we add all the sum angles, then we get an another get, and this is another process, this is similar process. That means we can write this is alpha. If you consider this sum of these angles is alpha and this is beta. Okay, so that's why we can write this. Okay, so this is alpha plus beta equals to n minus 2 into pi. Okay, so what is the process here? So just means this is cos of alpha. That means we consider here theta 1 plus theta 2 dot theta k. This sum is alpha, and that's why this is cos of beta. So theta E is dependent on cos alpha and cos beta, and we can derive another formula: alpha plus beta is equals to n minus 2 into pi. So we can manipulate or transfer a. So that means this is cos of beta cos of n minus 2 into pi minus this is beta. Okay, so that means this function alpha beta is transfers to a variables beta only. Okay, and n is the choice of. Okay, so that means there n is greater than equals to 3. Okay, just when we consider n equals to 3, so what happened? So when we consider n equals to 3, that means in the denominator cos of, that means this is 0, so this is and cos of beta, that means this is 1, and when we consider n equals to 4, so that means this is cos of beta by cos of beta. Okay, so that means E is transformed as that process. In that this process we can consider this is 1 and this is minus 1 when n equals to 3 5 7 and when n equals to 4 6 8. That means when we consider even number then we get minus 1, and when we consider n equals to 3 5 7, that means even number, then we get 1. That means this E is dependent on that n, otherwise it not dependent to anything, and this function is 1 and minus 1 and minus 1. If we consider so that means let's start which option is true or not. So at first E is, so quotient is this is incorrect. Okay, you have to determine all the incorrect options. So E is independent both of k and n, but it is E is dependent on n, and it independent on k. That's why this option is true, because incorrect, you have to determine all incorrect options. Okay, second option is E is independent of k. Yes, but it is dependent on k. That means this option is true, but we can't consider this example, so these options. And second one, third one is E is independent of n. Yes, no, it is dependent on k n, so that's why this is option is true. And last of the option is E is dependent on n and k. No, E is only dependent on n, but it is not dependent on k. That's why option number 3 4 is also true. So this is the process you have to follow, or you have to follow this process, and how to construct or how to solve this process if you understand. So that's why you will comment or subscribe or anything. So this is the problem of JEE Advanced. So this is the short trick you have to apply how to solve some difficult types of problems. So this is the problem, and you have to approach these types of problem. So thank you all the viewers.